Hello students, welcome back. Our next topic is nomenclature of halogen derivatives. In the last lecture, we had seen the classification and now the nomenclature of halogen derivatives. In the recap, I gave an idea about it, but now in details we are going to study. So all the different types of nomenclature like common and IUPAC, that will be clear to you. Okay, and now here we are going to see the haloalkanes as well as haloarenes. So in 11th standard we studied that a prefix is a group of letters that added to the beginning of a word, and suffix is a group of letters added to the end of a word. Okay, so in common nomenclature system, halogens mention as suffix. What is suffix? Suffix is a group of letters added to the end of a word. So in common name, names are like, first there is a alkyl group and then there is a halogen. So ethyl bromide. Now this bromide is suffix. Is that clear? Ethyl bromide. Bromide is suffix. This is for common name. But when you are going to study IUPAC nomenclature system, then halogens mention as a prefix. What do you mean by prefix? Prefix is a group of letters that added to the beginning of a word. So this is our word. So in the beginning we mention here halogen, and that is bromoethane. This bromo is as a prefix. So when common name, we should say ethyl bromide, halogen as a suffix, while in IUPAC name, bromoethane, while bromo as a prefix. Okay. So in our textbook, there are so many examples are given. We are going to see one by one, so everything is clear to you. Okay. So now first example I am going to take here as CH3 CH in bracket Cl CH3. So this is a condensed formula. Okay, are you getting this? This is a condensed formula. This is our condensed formula. So when we are writing it separately, so this is CH3 dash CH, to this CH in the bracket Cl means here it is Cl attached, then here is CH3. So what is the common name? This our total group in a common name is known as isopropyl group. Okay, why? Because at the second carbon there is a branch, so this is isopropyl group, and in common name, as I told you, halogens are at the suffix, so here chlorine as a suffix. So this is isopropyl chloride. This is isopropyl chloride. And now what is IUPAC nomenclature system? We have to follow all the rules. First of all, you have to select longest continuous chain. So in this longest continuous chain, how many carbon atoms are there? So there are 1, 2, 3. Or if you are going to start from this end, it is again 1, 2, 3. So this is the longest continuous chain of 3 carbon atoms. So parent hydrocarbon is propane. Parent hydrocarbon is propane. Then from the right hand end numbering is 1, 2, 3. Similarly left hand end numbering is 1, 2, 3. So both the end, the lowest possible locant is at the carbon number 2. Both the end it gives number 2, and there is chlorine. So this is our 2-chloropropane. 2, we have to write down the number of carbon where chlorine is attached. In between number and alphabet there is a dash. So this is 2-chloropropane. We will take one more example. In a bracket there are 3 methyl groups. 3 methyl groups attached to carbon, and bromine is here. This is condensed formula. Any time when you are going to ask, write down the IUPAC or common name, or from the common name IUPAC name, or from the structure IUPAC name, you have to write the complete dash formula, bond formula, complete formula, then you are supposed to do the naming. Okay, that is the easiest part of writing. So when there is a condensed formula, you should write in separately, write down all the bonds. So this carbon there are 3 methyl groups, 1, 2, 3, 3 methyl groups, and 1 bromine is attached. Now in the common name, we have to check which type of carbon is this one. See now here, this carbon is attached to 3 different carbons. So this carbon is our now tertiary carbon. We are writing tertiary as a 3 degrees. This is the tertiary carbon. So how many carbons are there? Total 4. 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th one. So these are the 4 carbons. So this is butyl group. And which butyl? This is the tertiary carbon attached to there. So this is known as tert butyl group, tertiary butyl group. And here as the suffix we have to write halogen. So here it is our bromine. So we wrote over here tert butyl bromide. Is that clear? Now next is the IUPAC nomenclature system. Again we have to check our longest continuous chain. Okay. So which one is the longest continuous chain? You can take here longest continuous chain as this one, okay, or otherwise this one, or otherwise this one. 3 ways of taking longest continuous chain. Is that clear? And in every chain there are how many carbons? 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3. Means what is the parent hydrocarbon? Parent hydrocarbon is again propane. Parent hydrocarbon is propane. Okay, so you wrote over here propane. Then what is next? You have to check where is functional group. So functional group in this chain is on the second carbon atom. Anywhere from any chain, if you are going to take, this is 1, 2, 3. So this is always on the second carbon atom. So I wrote here 2-bromo. And on this 2-bromo, what is there? There is one branch. What is that branch? That branch is our methyl group. So next preference is to branch. First preference is to functional group. Second preference to branch. This is again on the second carbon atom. So here this is 2-methyl. So now see here, 2 dash, always first letter should be capital. So 2-bromo. Now again number and alphabet, so dash. Then again here number and alphabet, so dash. Now the methyl is in the, this is the capital letter, this is a small letter, then propane is also in the small letter. And together we write here 2-bromo 2-methyl propane. Okay, we will take one more example. See, IUPAC nomenclature system is very important. In each and every type of examination, one question is always there based upon nomenclature system. So I am telling you in details, so you can follow one by one chapters. When we are going to study, you can use the same rules we are going to apply everywhere. First important part is the functional group, that means the first preference to the functional group, second preference to the branches, and the important is the basic parent hydrocarbon. Okay, so I am taking more examples. Here it is CH3. Again, those are the 3 molecules attached to this carbon. Okay, then there is CH2 and Cl. So I am writing in a long form like this. Around the C there are 3 methyl groups, CH2, Cl. Common name system. Which type of carbon is this one? To this carbon there are total, here it is, this is known as neo group. This is known as neo. How many carbon atoms are there total? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So this is our pentyl, neo pentyl. At the second carbon there are, when there are the 2 branches, then that group is known as neo. How many carbons are there total? 5. So this is pentyl group. And chlorine is attached, so this is neopentyl chloride. Now we are going to see IUPAC. Yes. What is the first thing? First thing is that you have to select the longest continuous chain. So now very easily we can find out, this is our longest continuous chain, that is the CH3CCH2. Or you may say, here it is, this is the longest continuous chain. Or you may say always think like that. The functional group should be on that chain. Okay, so now we cannot take this chain. We cannot take this chain because chlorine is not attached to this chain. So only two. Here we can take 3 chains, but here we can take only 2 chains. Please try to understand. Okay, now here if you are going to select this chain, then this is the first carbon, second carbon, third carbon. So how many carbons are there again? There are again 3 carbons. So what is the parent hydrocarbon? Parent hydrocarbon is propane. Okay, now check where is the functional group. Functional group is here on the first carbon atom. So here it is 1-chloro. What is next? Next we have to give preference to the branches. There are 2 branches, this one and this one. So these 2 branches are the same. Same means this is the methyl group. They are in number 2. So we are writing here dimethyl. And on which carbon? It is again on the second carbon. Both the branches are the second carbon. So here 2,2 dash dimethyl propane. 1-chloro 2,2 dash dimethyl propane. Okay. Now we will see next example. These are very specific examples. Okay, and these are again very important because which is odd man out, they always ask for that. Okay, so now here it is only 2 carbons and there is a double bond. Okay, this is our simple ethene derivative and there is chlorine attached. But in common nomenclature, this CH2 double bond CH group is known as vinyl. Okay, and there is chlorine attached, so this is vinyl chloride. What about IUPAC name? Very simple. This is our ethene, one of the H is replaced by chlorine, and this is the first carbon 1 and 2. To this first carbon there is a chlorine attached, so here it is, the name is 1-chloroethene. Very simple. Now next example, this is again very specific. When there are 3 carbons and 1 double bond is there, means there is a propene, but in the common name it is known as allyl. Please remember, 2 carbons with 1 double bond known as vinyl. 3 carbons with 1 double bond, this is known as allyl. Means ethene in common nomenclature known as vinyl, while this is ethyl, in common name it is known as vinyl, while in propyl group this is our ethene, it is known as vinyl, while it is propene known as allyl. One of the H is replaced by bromine, so this is allyl bromide. Now what is the nomenclature? See, always select the longest continuous chain, and the carbon to which functional group is attached is must have the smallest locant. So smallest number is 1, 2, 3. So this is our see here, this is our propene group, and we have to select the double bond too. Okay, so this numbering is wrong. This numbering is wrong. We should give numbering from 1, 2, 3. So now here first preference to the double bond. We know the preferences of the functional groups which we studied in 11th standard. Their unsaturated part is first and then the remaining functional groups. Okay, so here first functional group is now here our double bond and then bromine. So we numbering is 1, 2, 3. So on the third carbon there is bromine, so this is 3 bromo, and the remaining group is the propene, so this is 3 bromopropene. Clear? Next one is CH triple bond C. Okay, and 1 chlorine is there. Okay, so now on the first carbon there is triple bond, on the first carbon there is chlorine, so there is no ambiguity to write the number. Everyone there is a 1, so if you are not going to write number 1, still it is okay. And so this is triple bond and 2 carbons, then that is ethyne. So parent hydrocarbon is ethyne. So this is chloroethane. Chloro as a prefix in a IUPAC name. While here now common name, still this is something different. Now we are not writing acetylene first and then the chloro. So this is also the very specific name. You have to remember this. And common name is chloroacetylene. Now here we are not writing acetylene chloride. This is exception. That's why I took this example. This is chloroacetylene chloroethane. Okay. This is on page number 2111 of your textbook. Now this is all for our haloalkanes or haloalkenes or haloalkynes. Now we will see for haloarenes. Haloarenes, there are we have to study the 3 different types. Okay. First of all, we will see in common and IUPAC names of haloarenes. Common names of the 3 possible isomers of this di-substituted, this is important, di-substituted benzene derivatives are given using one of the prefixes ortho, meta or para. Ortho, meta or para. Now first of all, we have to know what is ortho, what is meta and what is para. Now take this example. Okay, this is chlorobenzene. Chlorine is attached here and this is the chlorobenzene. With respect to this chlorine, these two positions known as ortho. These 2 positions known as ortho. Next, these 2 positions are known as meta. Okay, and exactly opposite this carbon, this position is known as para. And abbreviations are for ortho O, for meta M and for para P. Okay. So in common nomenclature in haloarenes, we have to mention ortho or meta or para position. With respect to whatever we are going to think, this is the preferentially, this is our functional group, and according to that the remaining substituents on these positions. Okay. Now see here, first example. There are 2 chlorine. Okay. So what is this? This benzene and there are 2 chlorine. Then suppose we give number 1 to this. With respect to this is on the second position. In common nomenclature system, this position is known as ortho. And there are 2 chlorines, but here this chlorine is on the ortho position. So we write over here O dash. Then this one is dichlorobenzene. 2 chlorines attached to benzene. So this is dichlorobenzene. This is common name. But if it is IUPAC name, then we have to numbering. And numbering should be like that. It should be lowest possible numbers. So from clockwise direction, we are going to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you are going to try anti-clockwise, then this chlorine will come 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 6 is the quite biggest number than this 2. So this is wrong. Anti-clockwise is the wrong numbering. We have to give clockwise numbering this way only. And this is on the second carbon. So now we are here writing with respect to this chlorine. This is on the second carbon. This is the first one. This is the second one. So 1, 2 dichlorobenzene. Is that clear? 1, 2 dichlorobenzene. 1, 2, 2 chlorine. So dichlorobenzene. Now here it is chlorine and here it is chlorine. Now which is this position? Yes, which is this position? This is meta position. Okay. So what is the common name? Common name is M-dichlorobenzene. Now again, if you are going to give numbering, you have to start from this as a with respect to this chlorine. So we start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you start anti-clockwise, then 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 is lower number than the 4. So we are not supposed to take 4 anti-clockwise. We will take 3. And so we are here writing 1,3-dichlorobenzene. Then this example, for simple clear idea to show you which is the para position. That's why this is the example. This is our para position. So, and there are the two chlorines, so we write here P dash dichlorobenzene. But if you are going to write IUPAC nomenclature with respect to this chlorine 1, 2, 3, 4, you can take any chlorine as a reference. If you can take this chlorine as a reference, again you can give number 1, 2, 3, 4. Both the way it is okay. So this is 1,4-dichlorobenzene. 1,4-dichlorobenzene. Is that clear? Okay. Now next thing. Up till now, these all substituents are the same. Now if two substituents are different, then they enter in alphabetical order. You have to remember this thing. They have to enter in alphabetical order. If two substituents are different, then they enter in alphabetical order. Here it is iodine, here it is bromine. So which comes first in the alphabetical order, B or I? B comes first. So you should write bromo first, then iodine, there is iodo for that, and then benzene. With respect to this iodine, this bromine is at the P para position, so this is para bromo iodobenzene. And in the IUPAC nomenclature system, B comes first, so we wrote bromo here, and at this is first position, so we get the lowest possible number, that is 1. Then from here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, or from here also, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Both the way, clockwise or anti-clockwise, it is same. So that doesn't make any difference. Anyway, you can get this is on the 4th position. So this is 4th. 1 bromo, this is 4th carbon. So this is 4 iodobenzene. B comes first, then I, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So B comes first, then iodine. So we wrote over here 1 bromo, 4 iodobenzene. Okay. Now suppose there is chlorine and nitro group. Now C comes first, then N. So we have to give first preference to chloro group, and that's why numbering here 1, then 2, and here it is 3. Okay. And if you are going to write in this way, then it will come on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is the 3 and this is the 5. So anti-clockwise numbering is wrong. Clockwise numbering is right. And that's why this is 1 chloro, 3 nitrobenzene. This is our IUPAC nomenclature. 1 chloro, 3 nitrobenzene. Okay. Now, here it is C. If one of the two groups gives special name, we studied these special names in 11th standard. You know phenol, aniline, anisole, toluene. All of you know that. Okay, these are the special names for benzene, as a benzene as a parent thing, and the groups attached to there. Then they are having special names to that molecule. Then the compound is named as a derivative of that special compound. Okay, up till now we are saying benzene, benzene, benzene. But now if they are having some special name, then we have to mention that special name. Okay, so now here see. What is this? Here it is NH2, here it is Cl. If I am going to close this Cl, what is this? NH2 benzene. It is known as aniline. It is known as aniline. And on this aniline, there is chlorine. Okay, this total specific name or the special name to this compound is aniline. And here it is on this carbon, there is a chlorine. So now we have to number this carbon as a 1, then this carbon as a second carbon, third carbon, fourth, fifth, and sixth. So IUPAC name is now, this is on the second carbon, there is a chlorine. So this is 2-chloroaniline. The whole this specific name molecule is aniline. Benzene ring with amine group is known as aniline. So here it is aniline. If I am going to write the common name, then with respect to this NH2, this carbon's position is ortho. Okay, that's why here writing O dash chloroaniline. This is common name. This is our IUPAC name. Now what is next? Next, suppose I close this NO2. What is this? This special name to this molecule, and this is known as toluene. This is known as toluene. 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 Okay, so this is our toluene. And now with this group we are giving specific name to this. That's why this carbon is always number 1. This carbon is always number 1. And then we have to give numbering 1, 2, 3 like this. Again here, if you will go clockwise, then it will come on the 3rd position. If you will go anti-clockwise, then this is 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. Then this is wrong because this gives you number 5. We have to select 3. And so this is 3-nitrotoluene. 3-nitrotoluene. And in a common nomenclature system, which is this carbon? This carbon is meta position. So it is mem-nitrotoluene. To this carbon, if the group is attached, then this is the meta position. So in the abbreviation, we are writing M. That is again the small m dash nitrotoluene. Now what is this? See another example. What is this? This is our phenol, very common phenol. Benzene ring, there is OH attached, so this is our phenol. So this is our phenol. Common name with respect to this position is the para position. This position is the para. So this is para bromophenol, and the functional halogen is bromine. So functional group is bromine. So in a writing, when we are writing as a prefix, this is bromo, para bromophenol. While it is on the 4th position, 1, 2, 3, 4 or 1, 2, 3, 4, both the way, clockwise, anti-clockwise, both the way it is same. So you can select clockwise or you can select anti-clockwise, and then this is 4-bromophenol. So up till now, when it is di-substituted, we can mention common names. This is very important. When it is di-substituted, we can mention this compound with common name also, as well as IUPAC. But if it is tri-substituted like this, tri-substituted means if more than 2 substituents are attached to benzene ring, numbers are used to indicate their relative positions following the alphabetical order and the lowest locant rule. In some cases, common name of benzene derivative is taken as a parent compound, and then when it is tri-substituted, it is not possible to give them common names. Are you getting this point? When it is di-substituted, up till that we can give common name, but when it is tri-substituted like this, then there is only IUPAC names like this. So for example, and what is the rule over there? You should use to indicate their relative position following the alphabetical order, and lowest locant rule means both the way we have to think. First is the alphabetical order, and it should have lowest locant rule. Now first one is a very simple example. All the 3 groups are same. Bromine, bromine, bromine. 3 elements. Attached groups are the 3 elements. Bromine element, bromine, bromine, bromine. So only we have to give numbering. You can start from the bromine atom which give the smallest locant. Smallest locant. What is that? If you start from here 1, 2, 4. 1, 2, 4. But if you start from here like this, numbering from this carbon in this way, then it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what is the locant set of locant? It is 1, then 4 and then 6. And if you start this way, then it is 1, 2, 4. So which we have to select? The smallest locant. So we selected this, we are not selecting this. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 4 tribromobenzene. Now next example. Here it is the OH, here it is chlorine, here it is nitro. If you are going to close these two groups or elements, here chlorine, if I am going to hide this, if you are going to hide this NO2, what is this? This is nothing but phenol. Means this is our specific name. Parent compound is having specific name. What is that? Phenol. So we are writing here phenol. Okay, this is phenol. Then we have to give first preference to OH attached carbon. So this is number 1, then this is number 2, then this is 3, and this is 4. So we are writing here 2. At the second position there is chlorine, so this is 2 chloro. At the fourth position there is nitro, so this is 4 nitro. And now this basic our benzene compound is phenol. Aromatic compound is phenol. So this is 2 chloro 4 nitro phenol. Okay, you have to follow alphabetical order as well as lowest locant rule. C comes first, then N. So first preference is to chlorine. So here it is the 2 chloro 4 nitrophenol. If you start from this end, then this chlorine will come on the 6th carbon atom. 6th carbon, if you are going to give anti-clockwise numbering, and that is not the lowest locant rule. That's why you have to give numbering clockwise only, not anti-clockwise. Okay, next example. This is again, if you are going to hide these all 3 bromine, then this compound is known as aniline. So here it is aniline. And what is there? There are 3 bromine atoms. So with respect to this carbon, this is the first, because aniline name is due to this amine, and that's why this carbon must have number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here if you go anti-clockwise, again this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So both the way it is same. So this is 2, 4, 6 tribromoaniline. And this is all for our nomenclature system, and I took in detail. That's why you are going to do, or you are going to follow all the rules in the next chapters also. Okay, so this is our halogen derivatives nomenclature system. Next we are going to start with the methods of preparation of alkyl halides in the next video.